Good, good evening. Good evening. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
All right. Looks like we are doing a thing. I was going to come on by myself and thought about it and said, you know what? We had technical difficulties the last one. So we're going to start all off brand new with everybody. So, ladies, welcome, welcome, welcome to the We Shine
Right.
Media Spotlight. I'm so happy to have
No.
you here. Now, I need somebody to do something for me. Who is on a laptop or something? Okay. Can one of y'all text Stephanie the correct link so she can get in because she's trying to get in too. Thank y'all so much. Now, for those of you who are just tuning in, hopefully y'all are coming on in and liking the broadcast. I need you all to like it, share it, tag some people because these are the amazing co-authors of From Rock Bottom to Rock Stars. And so y'all know that with a title like that, it's got to be phenomenal, right? Yes, it does. So I am so excited that they are here. And you get a chance to see. Now, this is not everybody, but we do have a good portion of the ladies who are here. This is led by none other than the Dr. Tanya Davis, who is the visionary behind this particular anthology and also founder of Women Who Rock Nashville. So, ladies, tell me a little something. Whoever wants to get started, tell me a little something about Women Who Rock Nashville.
Well, Women Who Rock Nashville is a nonprofit organization, but headed by Dr. Tanya Davis, and it's really a phenomenal organization. It deals with the accomplishments and achievements and honoring women through all walks of life. You know, really to empower women, to acknowledge them, to honor them. And then also we are working on getting transitional housing women, women who have been incarcerated, women, dealing with abuse, just anything that has to deal with, taking care of women and empowering women, as we go along. So yes, it's
Awesome. Listen, a big endeavor, and shout out to Dr. Tanya for being the visionary behind that and putting it out there because I think it's so important for women to celebrate other women, for women to acknowledge what's going on in and let everybody know that you're out in these streets doing big things. So now before we continue on, let me go ahead and have you all introduce yourselves. So whoever wants to start first, just go ahead and introduce yourself and we'll just go around.
Christina Kelly here. I'm gonna go ahead and get out the way.
So let me go ahead and get mine done.
How y'all doing?
Hello, everyone. My name is Andrea Hancock.
Hello, everyone. My name is Don Shell Harris.
Hi, everyone. My name is CJ Colas.
Hey, everybody. I'm Dr. Patricia Jackson.
Listen, I'm telling y'all, this is so amazing, you ladies, because not only have y'all come together, united with Women Who Rock Nashville, in some shape, form, or fashion connected to Dr. Tanya, but now you have chosen to put your stories and be transparent and be unapologetically who you are and giving people a glimpse into a portion of your life. Because at the end of the day, although you wrote about your being at rock bottom and your transformation to rock stars, this is still just a portion of your life. So when people read it, it's one chapter, but you all have really packed some good information in your chapter. And so, Christina, since you started first, let me go ahead and let you tell the people what's your title of your chapter and give me a little something about it.
So, the chapter's name, can't get it out, is Believing in New Beginnings. And so it goes back to my childhood, and it takes you on a journey through the various relationships I've been through, and then how things that has happened in my past affected those relationships in the future. But how I went from all of that to where I am now, and how the Lord opened the door to something wonderful when I finally put my will down.
That's powerful, because in life, I think we go through life and we do things, and y'all know we always want to be, some of us little hard-headed children, and we want to do things
Yeah.
our way. Y'all know when they tell you, don't do that, and you just look at them like, yeah, I know you said don't do that, but I'm gonna do what I want to do anyway, and then
Right.
you suffer the consequences,
So,
right?
yes. Get
But
a
when you
whooping.
But when you give your will over to God and say, not my will, but your will,
Right.
oh, honey, the transformation and the things that he can do for you is
Yeah.
absolutely amazing. And one of the things I love about each of your stories is that the strength that you displayed to go from where you were to where you are now, the resiliency that you have, and I think for some
Right.
people, when we go through things, we think we're the only ones that are dealing with this situation, and it's overwhelming. But
Right.
this gives people opportunity to see that even in family situations, Christina, that you can still go from
Overcome. Yes.
and come out on top, and I think, for a lot of people, they do have what we say, family dysfunctions. I think we all have family dysfunctions. We all got something going on that we wish could have been different as we grew up, or just different things that happen. But I'm glad that you were able to share your story from that
Thank
perspective.
you. Thank you. A lot, uh, has transpired. Um, I was being very vulnerable, and I'm not a person to really share my business like that.
Mhm.
But I have always gotten confirmation in some way that one of my, I'm gonna say callings for lack of words, was to help or encourage other women.
Yeah.
And so if I wouldn't have opened up or had the courage to do it, then how am I supposed to accomplish that? And so you have to get over that fear aspect and get over yourself, really.
Yeah.
you know so
I think that's a really good thing, to let people know fear will try and paralyze you. But,
mhm.
the Bible says that we weren't given a spirit of fear. Man
Right.
has brought that in. They introduced that to make you afraid to move forward and to, do certain things. But
Mhm.
when you can get a hold of that and do it in spite of, because I'm not saying you're not going to have fear. You are going to have fear. It's
Right.
just how things are set up. But even in the midst of having fear, you still got to find something inside of you that says,
Yes.
what I want is stronger than what I'm afraid of. And
Right.
when that happens, that's when you push forward and you start seeing change. And, for each of you ladies, it's just commendable that you all have been able to take it to that next level and do that. So
Mhm.
I can't wait for them to read the book. And just to put it out there, honey, we released it. It is on Amazon, honey. We are shooting for that bestseller campaign. So for those of you, I'm going to put the link in the chat now. If you have not got it, I need you all to go ahead and download it. It's $2.99 for the ebook version. And I'm telling y'all, it is worth every penny of that. And then from there, you need to find one of these ladies and buy the actual book so that you really get it and you can keep it and have a copy of it. Because I'm telling you, you may find yourself going back and revisiting it over and over again. And if you don't see yourself in the stories, guess what? You're going to find somebody or know somebody who has been through something similar, and the book is going to help them to go to that next level. Andrea, share a little bit about yourself, ma'am.
Hey, okay. So my name is Andrea Hancock. A little bit about myself. I just call myself a servant. I work with at-risk population. So mostly it's substance use and mental health, and like children who are high risk, maybe foster care, juvenile detention. So yeah, a little bit. That's a little bit about me.
So tell us what your chapter is. What's the name of your chapter? And we'll
Oh, yes, my chapter is A Woman's Journey of Becoming. And so I believe that we're all, it takes sometimes different versions to become
Mhm.
another version. And so in my chapter, I share some of my rock bottoms. Some of them came from poor choices, others came from things that happened to me that I didn't have any control of. And for a long time, I allowed that to control my life from those things happening to me. And so the stories that I share, I say that my story, it was just a tidbit of my whole story. And I am working on a book out of this chapter. So it kind of gave me that permission to do the book. Um, so by me sharing those stories, my goal is to inspire hope to women or individuals. It's not just women, just everyone, no matter where you came from, no matter what choices you made, no matter what has happened to you, there is hope. I believe that purpose can be tied directly to your pain that gives you power.
Mhm.
And so that's one message I want. So I say my story is, it may sometimes to some people appear to be, let's say maybe a horror story because it's so much that has happened. But I look at it as a thriller. You know, you stand in your seat, you get your juicy fruits and your Coke and your popcorn and wait to see what this end gonna bring. And God has brought a beautiful end. He has truly gave me a beauty for my ashes. So I just hope again that people see and know that you can go through a lot of stuff in life. But man, when you come through that stuff and you learn how to turn it into power, nobody can touch you. Nobody can touch you.
Nobody can touch it. I love that you say, because you know what? Hope is one thing that we all should have. It's one thing that, you know, even in your darkest hours, you still hope that somebody sees you, hope that somebody hears you, hope that somebody can help you, you know, to get from where you are to where you're trying to be. And when you lose hope, that's when, you know, it feels like everything is collapsing around you. But you ladies have, you know, been able to take what you've been through, and now look at you, you know, being able to write about it. And I tell you, for a lot of people, you know, like Christina said, most people are very private. Most people don't want you to know, you know, when you get to some of the things you've been through, whether it's drug addiction, whether it is, you know, being raped or, you know, molested, whether it is being incarcerated, whatever it looks like. Some of those things are hard to share with people because they see you now and they're like, what? I could never imagine that being you. But the beauty of it is, even with what you've been through, it didn't stop you. It didn't stunt you. It didn't keep you, as you said, from becoming whoever God created you to be. So I love that, the title, and I can't wait for them to read what you wrote, because you did an excellent job. The ladies, honey, y'all better get this book out and put the link in the chat. I'm gonna need y'all to get this so y'all can read about it, because I'm telling y'all, it is an awesome read, a great page turner, something that you're gonna really enjoy. Now, Shell, you are up next, ma'am. Tell everybody a little something about yourself, the name of your chapter, and a little something about it.
Well, I'm Don Shell Harris. As Miss Angela mentioned, I am the owner operator of MVP Consulting Corp. My chapter is Destination Success. In writing Destination Success, success for some may be different from others. Um, it was more so about my self healing journey, and I seen the great opportunity because I've been watching Dr. Tanya for quite a while, and I seen that she was doing great things. So when the opportunity arose, I said, why not take that chance? So it was a great opportunity. Again, it allowed me to utilize some of the many gifts that God has given me to embark upon this journey and to help others. I not so much didn't give a whole lot of detail, but within the writing, you will understand and be able to relate. Um, for there are many different situations in healing, in a healing process.
Mhm.
And the most important thing in my writing was that I wanted whatever individual, whether it be female or male, that if you stay planted within your foundation, that you won't be moved because you have to believe in what you so stand for and the God that you serve.
Okay, Shell, I see you doing your thing. Yes, I love that. I think it's so powerful because at some stage in life, we all go through things, you know, where you have to heal from it. And it's things that can really attack your heart and attack your mind. And it can make you feel like, you know, are you worthy enough? You know, your self-esteem and your self-confidence and your self-worth, all those things can be challenged, whether somebody else tells you or because how they treat you or disrespect you, you start questioning yourself. But again, you know, it's a process. We got to put in the work, ladies, to get to the, you know, I mean, you can't get from rock
Right.
bottom to rock star without putting in the work, you know, whatever that looks like for you. For some, it's going to see a therapist. For some, it's, you know, really taking the time to spend by yourself and meditate and get centered and grounded and begin to know who you are and begin to live your life and connect with people who see you as the fearfully, wonderfully made person that you are. But it takes time. It's not an overnight success, but destination success is achievable if you believe. Baby, you better come on through with that thing, girl. I love it. I love that. So that is awesome. And Shell, I like the way y'all, I keep on telling y'all, click this link so y'all can get this book and get them to bestseller. Your writing style was a little different from everybody else's. And so I love that, because when you get a group of people together in an anthology, you get to experience something different. And so, you kind of chose a little poetic way of coming about things, a kind of, getting behind and digging a little deeper so that they can understand some of the things you were saying. And I thought it just complemented everything well with the other ladies' stories for people to really know what you did and how you showed up in it. So is this your first opportunity of being part of a published book?
No, ma'am, this is actually I'll say about my third time, but this will be my second time because I'm manifesting that we will be best-selling authors.
Yes.
I had the opportunity to be an international best-selling author with the person that you've worked with for Broken Crayon Steel Color 2. And the person for that was Stacey Bryant from ICU Coaching.
Well, congratulations on already being an international bestseller. So that way you already know the ropes. And so we're going to let you put it out there. You said this is going to be a bestseller too. So we're going to believe you and claim it, because we know everybody's going to go out and get this book as well. So thank you, Shell,
Yes.
for sharing that.
Thank you for allowing me to take part.
Absolutely. All right, CJ, you're up next.
Hi. My chapter was Journey to New Life because I don't know if everybody has ever experienced an illness. So my motivation for writing this chapter was me being diagnosed with stage 4 uterine cancer, and I really wanted to bring awareness to women, especially Black women in the community, because we're often misdiagnosed, and there is a stigma where we're often told we have we're not taken seriously.
Right.
So that's something that I experienced, which caused me to later on finding out, oh, I have stage 4 uterine cancer. And by the time I learned it, it spread through my lungs. And so there was things I just wanted women to be aware of and say, hey,
Mhm.
um, don't settle for just anything. You know your bodies. Um, I wanted women to know having cancer is not something to play with. So don't let anybody play with your body. A doctor is not God, and they can be wrong too. And get a second opinion if you're misdiagnosed, just like I did. And by the time I learned it, it was already spreading in my body, which caused me, going under having a full hysterectomy, um, going through chemo radiation. And so that was a motivation for me to tell my story about what's going on and bringing awareness, and how I started my nonprofit organization because of this. I started my organization to support other women who's going through chemotherapy that's unable to get support, as far as providing them with a way. There's a lot of women I've met where they can't get to treatment because they don't have the support or family. So that's something I wanted to do, is put that in a book. And because my nonprofit serve women who does not have support during
Mhm.
their cancer journey. So that was my main reason to actually wanted to be a part of this and writing it. So I felt like this was a great opportunity, and I'm a very shy person. I don't like public attention.
Me too.
I don't yes, I do not like I like success but not fame. I don't like to be in the public eye. I don't like attention
Mhm.
on me. I
Right.
like to be in the back of the room, quiet and
Yeah.
observe. And then I'll work. I'll do the work, but from behind. So
Mhm.
I was really nervous and scared and to everything, all of this. It was like, I want to tell the story. I want to share with the world, but again, maybe I can do it with another face, not me. Um, but Tanya really motivated me to like, CJ, you have a story. You doing so much in the community. You need to talk about it. Even, I didn't mention. I left a part out that I didn't mention. Because I was diagnosed, went into remission, and cancer came back. I'm still currently doing chemotherapy and radiation. So it's been a journey. So I really wanted to, I didn't mention in the book that I was still currently going through it.
Right.
Um, I kind of hinted, like, I never said I think I ended, but that was something I felt like, I don't know if I wasn't sure if I wanted to share that, although because it's something I'm dealing with. It's I have a young son. He's 9. I didn't want to put too much and have him worry.
Right.
Um, there's a lot of stuff I felt like I needed to be careful because of what I say to him. He's
Mm-hmm.
9 years old and he thinks every day, Mom, are you? Most of his life he's seen me battle cancer.
Yeah.
So I really wanted to not share everything because he will read this book.
Right. Right.
He was like, I can't wait. So I'm limited to what I don't, like I say every day to him. He would wake up, come in our room and say, Mom, are you okay? How's you feeling today? He come home from school. How are you today? And I know he's worried and I don't want that for him. So I didn't want him to read so much. I was very careful about what I wrote down and not have him read, oh, this could possibly happen. So, but that was my motivation to doing it and putting it out there because I feel like Black women, like I put in the book,
Yeah.
more Black women die every year from uterine cancer,
Mm-hmm.
while more Caucasian women are diagnosed. So I was doing research and thinking it doesn't add up. Why more of them are diagnosed and why more of us are dying?
Mm-hmm.
That comes with um, lack of awareness, doing self-diagnosis, and people not keeping up with their appointments. And another thing is we're not taken seriously by um, healthcare professionals. They feel like we exaggerate when we complain about being in pain and things like that. So that's something I really wanted to put out and have women be, not to scare anyone, but to be aware.
Yeah.
So that was my motivation to doing it. And I'm so grateful to be a part of this project.
CJ, I think it's extremely important, for this type of information to be out there. At the end of the day, there are so many women who are not diagnosed, or you're told something simple and a simple remedy of take Tylenol 800 milligrams and you'll be all right, in 3 days. Well, that's not always the case. And the thing about
Right.
it is, we have to really be very diligent about knowing our bodies,
Yeah.
knowing what feels off, knowing what this just doesn't seem right, and pushing past the thing that they do to pacify us to say, oh, it's nothing, it's okay.
Yeah.
And then, we leave and we take them at face value. Um, but it needs to be more awareness. I think it's so many stories of women, even in childbirth, you think
Yeah.
childbirth is an easy process and you see people have kids all the time, but a lot of our women, African American women die during childbirth
During
because
childbirth.
of various different things. And so, we just need to be aware, and it needs to be, the fact that you decided to share your story, first and foremost, hats off to you, because I know that when you're talking about a health issue of that magnitude, you're already dealing with a lot. And so for you to share that in the midst of still dealing with things, that is, something to be very hats off to you and commend you for taking the time, because the way you wrote your story, I think people will be able to see, not only you going through and how that occurred, but also to know you have a strong support system. Like you said, your son checking on you, but your husband was instrumental in his faith level and his belief and encouraging you. And I think it's really important that when you have a support system, that it's acknowledged, because a lot of people don't. And so, that's a great thing.
Definitely. You can't go through this alone. And that's part of my nonprofit. We make sure anyone who's going through cancer has a support system, and if they don't, we are their support system. We have support group quarterly, and we want to do it monthly, but it's a lot. So that's my goal, to work on getting it done monthly. But taking them to treatment because they can't get there or too sick to drive themselves.
Mhm.
And Black people doesn't like asking for help, and you have to get it out of them. What do you need?
Yeah.
Let's help you. Every services we provide are free. I have a free summer program I started last year. This will be our second annual. um, it's all free for children who families are going through cancer, because I hate for my son to be home during the summer and watching me go through that. And
Mm.
there's family that's unable to afford it. So we provide those services. And thank God we have some partnership with some community leaders that's helping us get those. I'm
Right.
like, we have a free space to do it, because we have a sponsorship through the Preds, and little those things help. So we just want to be
Mm.
able to support, like, any, because I've gone through cancer. I'm grateful I have a support system where I'm able to do what I do. But there's people that says, you know what, I give up, it's too much.
Mhm.
And we don't want that. We don't want,
Right.
we don't want that. So um again, this was a great opportunity for me, to share that, to tell women those were my symptoms. Not saying that you may have the same ones, but be mindful and know these things not common to experience. Especially women, our bodies go through a 30-day cycle that changes. Ovulation, a menstrual cycle, all the things that happens, and you know, our hormones changes. So just be mindful, knowing your body. I'm 43 years old, and it's not, something's wrong. Yeah.
Exactly. And very important topic. And even in the midst of, like I said, you don't know what people are going through. So when we say
Yeah.
from rock bottom to rock stars, to even really see what you're going through and still see a need and feel that void of offering, services to people who may not otherwise have it. So definitely, y'all, this is a chapter that you want to read and get more information. And CJ, what's the name of your foundation?
It's called the team. I started blogging it, so I called it Team CJ Colas, because I had a support team,
Mm-hmm.
and it just became in where I started helping other cancer. We had a little group, and my husband was like, "You need to do more with this. This is something." And that's how I just switched it to the nonprofit. So it's Team CJ Colas,
Mm-hmm.
Uterine Cancer Foundation, but we support any cancer patient. The uterine cancer part comes from bringing awareness, because I do free workshops and tell women, come. I
Right.
I'm creating an an loungewear, like t-shirts, hoodies, hats, just talking about different type of cancer and putting motivational quotes on them, just for men and
Oh,
women to be aware, just to put them out there. Because, like, I have a shirt that says, a pep smear isn't enough. This, someone would read it and
mm.
say, what does that mean? It'll create a conversation.
That is so true.
um
Right.
it can be maybe controversial, but it'll create a conversation among people that say, what does that mean? It means, like, they're telling us, a pap smear should be able to determine uterine cancer, cervical cancer, but it doesn't. I was told at one point, they think I'm pregnant. I have a And I thought, that's impossible. Pregnancy. I was bleeding, clotting. Like, I mean, it was terrible for
Mm.
months. My
Yeah.
parents live in Florida. They came up and was like, this is not normal. Go check another doctor.
Right.
When they visited me, and I thought, this is like, I'm dying. I don't know what's wrong with me. I was losing weight.
Mm.
I was, anemic, everything. It was just like, what's wrong with me?
Okay.
Um, but I want our brother, I want our sisters, women, Black women, just not to, just because there's a famous influencer recently died from cervical cancer.
Yeah.
The way she described, she was putting everything on social media. She learned 1 year after her
Mm.
first symptom. 1 year later, they told her, another doctor told her, after her husband found her passed out on her bathroom floor,
That's
told
like,
her,
Mm.
they took her to a different doctor, to an ER, and they check and say, oh, She was at stage 3,
Yeah.
and they kept telling her, "Oh, it's not life threatening. It's fibroids." We're
Mm-hmm.
often told that it's fibroids.
Wow.
Oh, we can do a hysterectomy to remove them. That's all you're told. And you can play with a life. I know we're not valued at times, but our life are meaningful.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you again for shining the light on that. I think, again, that's the power of this book, for the anthology is shining a light and awareness on different issues that women have, from, like I said again, from illnesses to drug addictions to relationships
Yeah.
to incarcerations. All those things happen. And, if you don't shed a light on the things that are going on, it's going to cause somebody else to not be able to get their healing or get to, their rock star status. It's going to allow them to still stay in there. And it means that sometimes you got to share your story to wake somebody else up so that they can get the help they need in a timely manner. So thank you again for sharing that. Dr. Pat, you are up next, ma'am. Tell us who you are and tell us the name of your chapter and what it's about.
All righty. Well, I am Dr. Patricia Streeter Jackson, and I am a certified licensed Christian counselor, a therapist, so whatever people want to call you. Some people say counselor, some people say therapist,
Huh?
whatever. Known by Dr. Mom with my kids. They started naming me Dr. Mom. But, but anyway, and I'm a retired nurse also.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a retired cardiac nurse. So that's what I do, and love it. I just love empowering people, just love helping people to become aware of, what's going on with them, why they do what they do, all of those type of things. It's just my passion. I'm really passionate about it. And my chapter, the title of my chapter is "My Wings Are Finally Ready."
Yes, come on. Queens.
And I will share that I am probably the oldest one of this group, and proud of it. I mean, but I'm sure ladies are younger than I am. So, but that's what's dealing with my chapter. I do go into some background information of things that happened in my past. Some things that caused uh, some tendencies like people pleasing, conflict avoiding, some things like
Mm-hmm.
that, and just really kind of took it and went in, a little bit order to show you my background and coming up to where I am now.
Yeah.
And basically, it's really not to focus on because I am a domestic violence survivor
Yeah.
from many years ago, or a victor, as you would call it, a
Mm-hmm.
domestic violence victorious person. But
Yeah.
anyway, but my chapter really, I really want to really encourage older women, or us more mature women, or senior women, as you want to call it, whatever you want to refer to. But I say we more mature women, because we get to a certain point in life where at a certain age, there are certain things that happen. We experience maybe deaths of parents or caregivers or deaths of spouses, which I did, in this situation with my parents and my spouse. And just to let women know that age is just a number. Age is just a number. You don't have to settle because you're a certain age, because at this point, for me, I'm 71 years old. But I think I'm like 40 something like CJ or however everybody else. That's how I feel,
Right.
mentally.
Right.
But I just it's just to encourage other women, that you don't have to settle, that we do go through things, and we go through things that are devastating sometimes, that really try to break us down.
Yes.
No,
So
we don't have to have that mindset and follow that mindset of, oh, I'm this age, so I can't do this, or I gotta slow down, or I can't travel or do. But yes, you can. So that's the point that I'm at, as far as learning to live your better than best life. And so that's what I wanted to do, and hopefully women reading my chapter, whether they're young women, going into, because if they're young now, they're going to be older one day.
Right.
So whether it's young women, middle-aged women, older women, that they will just see something there, that they will be encouraged to just continue to live your life. Because we're going to have those knocks. Those things are going to hit us to try to knock us down, and take us out. But it's really too just doing what you need to do to get through that. Because for me, as I shared, as they'll read, I'm a counselor, but sometimes the counselor needs counseling. You know,
Right.
So true.
had to go to, and I'm currently in grief counseling, because that's a whole nother ball game. I mean, you go through things like that, but just to show that I still have to live. We still need to live. We still want to live, and to do whatever it is that we're able to do. So that's just a little background of where that is. That was my purpose and what I did, and I was so excited to be able to do this because writing has been spoken over my life before, but
Okay.
I hadn't stepped out there and done. So who knows? Maybe this is just the beginning of something more, because I'm sure I can expound on some of the things that I talked about.
Mhm.
They have a chapter.
Absolutely.
All
Absolutely.
right.
Yeah.
I love that. You said, honey, living your better than best life. We're
That-
not just doing our best, or better than best. Listen, I love your attitude and your perspective, because at the end of the day, they always say, your ladder can be greater than your
Right.
past, right? But for most people, they start thinking, as you get older, that you don't have a lot in front of you.
Right.
But that the devil is a lie. You can
Right.
still go out here and live a full, happy, wonderful, prosperous, abundant, thrilling, honey, whatever you want to add to adjective to it, you can still go out there and do it. And quiet as it's kept, Dr. Patricia, that was 71. How old were you? 70 when you got your house?
I was 70 when I first. Well, I was a first-time home buyer at the age of 70.
Listen,
Oh,
listen.
wow.
There is something that people need to hear,
Amazing.
because at the end of the day, nothing should stop you. The only thing that can stop you is you. Whatever dream you have, whatever desires you have, whatever you want to do in life, age should not stop you, because I'm telling you that as long as you are waking up and God is giving you the grace to breathe, that means you have opportunities to do and live your life, and your better than best life.
Right.
That's what we're doing in this season. We're not doing our best life. It's the better than best life. And I love it. I love it. Thank
That
you so much for giving us that perspective.
you.
Yes, ma'am. All right, Stephanie, I
Mhm.
think I muted you. So let me make sure I can get you off mute here. There you go. How are you?
Hey, how y'all doing tonight?
Doing
Good.
good. Doing good. If you would share, ma'am, a little bit about the title of your book and your chapter, and then a little bit about yourself and what you wrote about.
Okay, man is the rise, the fall, and the redemption. And in my book, I talk about, just how my life was as a child growing up. And I come from a really prestigious background, African American background. So it was certain standards that were set up for me. And of course, I'm being me, being the black sheep of the family. And I was when I came in, I was crying when I came in, because I'm still struggling with all the years that I've been working with women and trying to help empower other women. I never told my story. And I'm still there as far as, my family. Once they read that story, you know, I don't know where I'm gonna be, but I know that I have to tell my story. It's been 30 something years,
Yeah.
but I mean, I would write it and I would stop and I would cry about it. And I mean, it's just, I'm still trying to, I guess, fulfill those shoes that I was supposed to, when I was, the status that I was born into and the expectations of me, and I set up my story and I tell about my family members, because everybody was, pretty much law abiding citizens, and then here I come, the the black sheep of the family, who, ruined, I guess, you know, my squeaky clean reputation or whatever. I fail from, you know, the expectations that were set up for me. And I think I still struggle with that. My book is, you know, my story, this is out now pretty much. My in-laws don't even know some of the things that they're going to read about me, you know, in my story. So, you know, I still have, because I decided to do it. It's been 30 something years. My husband encouraged me to do it. My children encouraged me to do it. So, you know, I'm gonna get some backlash from it, but you know, I'm still gonna keep on doing what I'm doing and continue to save lives and help other people. So, you know, some people may view my story one way, but you know, it's my story. It's what I feel like that happened to me. And you know, it's some hurtful things you know, that I talk about in my story about my skin color, because you know, most of my family members are light skinned and I'm brown skinned. So, you know, in African American families, when that happens, you can be lighter, you know, but you can't be darker. When you darker, then you know, hey, you know, it's pretty much, you know, everybody knows it is what it is, you know, at that point. So, you know, I'm still today, over 30 something years, struggling with, you know, the mistake that I made. You know, and I still, most of the people that it really would matter to, that I told my story, they're not here. But, you know, it's just my story, and I didn't tell anybody else's dirty laundry but mine. But I did, you know, I did set the foundation, you know, to tell people, you know what happened, and I hope that my story will be somebody else's roadmap, will be able to help somebody, because I have been able to help a lot of people, but I never shared, you know, really what happened to me and why I chose to help the people that I have helped. So, you know, that's pretty much where I am with it.
Well, let me just say that, you know, the courage that it takes to share your story, and that's for each one of you, you know, like Christina started off saying, being private, even if you're not private
Mm-hmm.
and you're all over the place, there's still some things about you that you may not want anybody to know
Right.
because you don't want them to look at you a different way, you know,
Mm-hmm.
or judge you for that. And the thing about it is, what the Bible said, let you who have been without sin cast first stone.
Just first thing.
Nobody can do that because we all have sinned and fallen short of the glory. So no matter what we've been through and what we've done, you know, and I know for you, Stephanie, you know, just in you know, putting the story together and reading it, it's a lot of pressure when you grow up with a influential family who, you know, are doing big things, you know, and then you feel like with the choices that you made led you in a different direction. And so to be able to share that is immensely powerful. And there are some people who are going to be blessed by what you have said and what you have done and what you have put out there. So you keep your head up. You know, you understand that your past doesn't define you. And that's the message for a lot of people to get from rock bottom to rock stars. Your past does not define you. And I would take to say that anybody who would have something to say, have them check themselves first. Because any of us, you know, from teen mothers, you know how many times people have been out and had sex, you just didn't get yours to come out in the form of a baby. But you could have easily have had it happen. People have maybe, you know, stolen something from the store or did something, and maybe you didn't go to jail. Somebody else may have went and got incarcerated, but it just to catch you. Maybe, you know, you were cheating with the married man and, you know, somebody else's family, you know, whatever the case may be. We all have something in our past. And yes, Janae, how your past doesn't define you. It's so many things out there that people need to understand that as you get older, you should have more grace for people because we all have done some things, you know, and right now these ladies have courageously put themselves out there to say that this is my story, this is my truth, and I'm sticking behind it. Come hell or high water. And if you change how you feel about me now, knowing who I am now, shame on you, not shame on me.
Right.
So
Thank you.
thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that. All right, Sylvia. I'm gonna cross my fingers and see if we can get you off mute. Let's see here. You're gonna have to do it, Miss Sylvia. It won't let me do it.
Oh,
I knew that's what was gonna happen. Look, that's when I think all night. I was just like, please don't let it. Hey, this has been our life. So, Mr. Sylvia's story, you might just have to go ahead and do what I said earlier. Download this book. See, by the time she gets read her story, so you know what she's talking about. But Minister Sylvia has been instrumental in, keeping us covered during this period while we've been writing this book, while the ladies been writing the book and getting it together. So hopefully she can get on here in a minute. But I'm telling y'all, go to Amazon. The link is in the comments. Go ahead and download the book for $2.99. And then from there, go through it and start reading. Give a 5-star rating and then a review. Letting these people know that they have done outstanding. Because I'm telling you, just for having the audacity to tell your story is enough to make you have bestseller status. I'm telling you, because it's so many other people who could have and they didn't, but you did. And so I want to just again say how important that is for people to, and thank you, Marianne, how important it is for people to know that just because you've made choices, some of them were our own choices, but some of them things happened to you that was not your fault. When you're a child and somebody molests you, that's not your fault. But yet and still, it still happens to you. But the Bible says that all things work together for good. So in the thing that was meant to destroy you, God used it to build you and build your character to a point where you are able to share your story and overcome, because somebody else needs to know that it's possible. So for you ladies, I'm going to switch gears right now and say, the gala is this weekend. What y'all wearing? Tell me about the dresses. Tell me about the shoes. What's going on? What y'all got happening this weekend?
Well, before we started, I was showing everybody my nails. I said,
her nails.
Come
on, nails. Oh, pretty.
I don't know if I look. Anyway.
So you wearing black then?
And my dress is ready, and I got somebody doing my makeup, so I'll be ready. I'll be ready.
Come on, makeup done. Listen, I love it because this is a gala. For those of you who don't know about it, somebody said, Dr. Tanya came in. So Dr. Tanya, thank you so much for being the visionary behind this. With Women Who Rock Nashville, they consistently have sold out shows, events. And if I'm not mistaken, Dr. Patricia, how many years has it been?
This is going, well, she had to, during the pandemic, she had to go out. So it's really should be the 5th year, but it's the 4th year.
4th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'm telling you that this is the event for Nashville, honey. Y'all need to come on out. If you have not heard, Dr. Tanya, I don't know if y'all have sold out. I know it's a sold out event every year. I don't know if there's any more tickets left. If it is, maybe drop in the comments or wait for them to actually go and purchase their tickets, because I know they don't want to miss it. So, ladies, we see Dr. Pat has her nails already done. Black?
Yes. Nails done, lashes done.
I'm in the process.
Lashes? Lashes. I love it. Look, I love Dr. Pat, 71 years old, coming in and show y'all.
Right.
Show y'all up. Y'all gotta come.
But she was bad last year. She had a little arm out.
Oh, no, she didn't, Christina.
She did. She had one arm out.
Showing out. I'm telling you, showing out. Christina, what color dress are you wearing?
Black, honey, black.
Okay, come on with the black dresses, ladies. Come on.
Yeah,
DJ,
black.
Andrea?
I might go get me a black one tomorrow. Yeah.
Black.
Yeah, well, I have a navy black. I brought 2 dresses, and when I say I was in the midst of trying to do the chapter when I was trying the dresses on and stuff, and so I went and tried to redo today, and I realized the dang on dress is 2 sizes too big. And I looked at the picture more closely and I said, oh, that's how it's supposed to fit. So in saying that, I'm gonna go out tomorrow. And we gonna do it in the name of Jesus. Other than that, y'all gonna say too big a dress because I'm not gonna dress. It's gonna be all right. I just didn't know
Give me
how
some
I was
safety
in the midst
pins.
of all the other stuff when I tried it on. I'm like, okay, I'm good. Then my daughter was looking at it. She said, well, you know, it's supposed to fit like this. And I'm like, is that how it goes? So just pray for me. Just pray for me. But it's gonna be okay. It's
You
gonna be
covered
okay.
it, fam. We know you're gonna be fabulous, whichever way you come through.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh Lord, I'm nervous.
It's dress.
It'll be great. Everybody always looks so beautiful. Last year was my first year, and
Okay.
so you know, being a part of it, but everybody, you just marvel and look at how
I love
everybody
that. Yeah.
transformation. It's just a transformation. Just seeing how
It
everybody.
is.
Yes,
I
that's
saw
very
you
true.
last year and it was absolutely amazing. I mean, everybody looked good. Y'all were dancing, eating, drinking, having a great time. So it's just not only for the time that you have, where it's just a great time, but even just the celebration of other women. You know, I think that's just such a powerful thing when women celebrate each other, you know. And so
Yes.
a beautiful atmosphere. Dr. Tanya said there are 2 tables and 5 seats remaining. So that equates to, it's going to be sold out by Saturday, y'all. So, you know, hey, if you want to get in, you better go on and make that move now to do so, because I'm telling you, you don't want to miss out. It is a Nashville highlight of the year. And so Dr. Tanya has spent so much time and energy, you know, behind the scenes, making it happen.
Yes.
Hats off to her for being the visionary behind, you know, all these things that she does. I think it's just simply amazing. So yes, claps and hats off and all the salutes and all that to Dr. Tanya, because she makes it.
Yes.
So yes, we are
Boss
super
lady.
excited about that. Ladies, we're about to wrap up because I'll have another group of you ladies, a couple more I think that are going to come on at the next hour. But I do want y'all to give final words. So Andrea, we'll start with you. Any final words you want to have for anybody?
Get ready, get ready, get ready. I'm gonna tell you, get ready. It's gonna be good. But I guess my final words is to trust the process. God is in control, and you'll be amazed of where this road ain't in. You know.
Amen. Amen.
Yes.
Did you call my name?
I did. Mhm.
I don't know why I keep going out every time. You know what? The same here. Just keep on holding on to the Lord, whether in your valley or your high top.
Amen.
And please get some tickets. We gotta sell out.
Amen.
Yes. All right, Stephanie.
Hey, just please purchase the book if you haven't, and I'll be in my purple on Saturday night, and I'll be ready.
Come on, lady. Come on, royalty. That's what I'm talking about.
Virtuous,
Royalty.
virtuous woman.
Come on. Look, come on, virtuous woman. I love it. I love it. Dr. Pat.
Hey, just buy the book. Come on, support us.
Yes.
You won't be disappointed. You won't be disappointed at all. Buy the tickets. If you're out there, buy your tickets. And also live your better than best life.
Oh, live your better than best life. I love
Amen.
that. And CJ.
Well, I just want to say, everybody, thank you, Dr. Tanya. This was amazing. I'm praying, and we're praying for this book to reach Oprah. And
Oh wow.
we know it will be a success. And if anybody out there
Amazing.
watching, they haven't connect, please connect us. Submit the book to a friend and a friend and a friend. Pass it along. But we want
Yes.
to pray for greatness and for everybody that wrote a chapter in this book. You have to relive some things. So that's thank God for you all surviving and making it to this journey. So
Amen.
for
Amen.
all success.
Miss
And
Sylvia,
Minister
my dog.
Sylvia is the true testament, baby. Minister Sylvia said, y'all would not end this broadcast without me being here, baby. And listen, the true definition of from rock bottom to rock stars. Minister Sylvia, how are you?
She back on.
She's on mute.
Still on mute.
No, she's not on mute. Can you hear us, Dr. Sylvia?
I can't hear her.
Yeah, I can't hear her either, but she's not on mute. Start talking, Dr. Sylvia. Dr. Sylvia said, listen, we need a night.
She's trying.
Perseverance.
Look, she looking like, baby, look, somebody, come on, Jesus, fix it. Fix it, Jesus, listen.
Can she hear us though?
Hey, somebody said, be like that tree planted by the river.
Right?
It shall not be moved. When I tell you, I love what I do. I love what I do because it's in the comments that they have you
Unmovable.
laughing. Look, Mississippi is saying, honey, I see, girl. Look, she's studying it. Mississippi, we're going to try and get you on the next hour. Hopefully, we're going to have you come back in, and then, you know, it's all going to work. Look, third time, Mr. Charm. Third time, Mr. Charm.
Right.
I think her system is freezing up. She's like in and out.
Right. Well, ladies, thank you again for being here. I
us.
definitely appreciate it. You all are amazing. Now, y'all know it's another link in the group. If y'all want to come back for the next hour, by all means, come on back and we'll do it again. But I'm going to go out so I can make sure the other ladies are going to be on here. And congratulations. I'm already going to say best-selling authors because you will be. And I know that y'all are going to have a phenomenal time on Saturday and be beautiful. So take plenty of pictures so I can be over here and look grinning and laughing and be like, yes. Look at them looking how fabulous. I'm excited to see it.
Amen.
Thank you. Thank
I
you.
can't wait to see everybody in person.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm excited.
Yeah, that would be
That
good.
is true.
Yes.
Yeah.
I tell you what, this is a good group of people, and I tell y'all, the sky is the limit. So whatever y'all have, whatever God has for you, make sure you go for it. You know, don't let anything hold you back because the sky is the limit for where you are, and the fact that you all are, you know, such big hearts to share. God is going to continue to bless you. So again, ladies, y'all take care. We're going to go ahead and end the broadcast out, and we will see y'all. Y'all take care.
Thank you.
All right. Y'all do it.